So, good day everyone. So, this is our group report, and I will discuss to you our chosen topic entitled The Versions of Pugadlawin. And we will begin in IOP Camp. In the informations, the text discusses the different perspective on the same historical events, the Philippine Revolution, and the role of the cry in it. Each document provides information that contributes to our understanding of revolution and its significance. In origin, the text is compilations of the primary sources from different authors, Pio Andre Jr. and Gregoria de Jesus, Santiago Alvarez, and Guillermo Masancay, and the Guardia Civil. In perspective, Pio, first, Pio Valenzuela was one of the key figures in the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule. He was a doctor and a member of Katipunan, a secret organization that sought to oust Spanish authority in the Philippines, and he was there during the historical incidents and known as the Cry of Pugadlawin. Second, Santiago Alvarez was a Filipino revolutionary leader and general who played an important part in the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule, as he was unable to view the incidents directly. Yet Alvarez is descendants of Mariano Alvarez, a revolutionary leader who battled against the Spanish colonial control in the late 19th century. So, third, Gregoria de Jesus, popularly known as Aling Oriang, was the widow of revolutionary leader Andres Bonifacio and played a significant role in the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule. She identified the Cry of Pugadlawin as a pivotal moment in the revolution and the representations of the Philippine resistance to Spanish colonial rule in her writings. The Guardia Civil or Civil Guard was a Spanish paramilitary group entrusted with preserving peace and order in the Philippines during the Spanish colonial period. A historical record created by the Spanish colonial authorities in the Philippines in 1996 is the Guardia Civil reported in the Cry of Pugadlawin. Guillermo Masangkay was born in Tondo. As a boy, he used to play another Tondo lad named Andres Bonifacio. When Bonifacio founded the Katipunan in 1892, Masangkay became a member, was given in a mission to initiate member in Cavite. Sub-question 1. Valenzuela viewpoint on the contentious cry of Pugadlawin is poorly documented, yet it is commonly accepted that he was instrumental in its planning. He was a trust advisory to Andres Bonifacio, the founder and the Supremo. So next, Santiago Alvarez was just 15 years old, and at the time of the cry of Pugadlawin in 1896, he was not present. As a result, Alvarez's take on the cry of Pugadlawin and its significance in the revolution was likely comparable to that of other revolutionary leader. Next, Gregoria de Jesus' view on the incident is particularly relevant because she was present at the cry of Pugadlawin and contributed significantly to the revolution. So in the Guardia Civil report, has drawn debate and criticism. Some scholars claim it is biased and depicts the revolutionaries as unruly and aggressive. So Guillermo Masancay personal account of his experience during the time can be considered a valuable primary source because just like the other authors, he also experienced it firsthand and have seen experience what actually happened during at the time. So question 2. As with the historical events, there are multiple versions and authors who provide different perspective and interpretations of the events. It is possible that some versions of or authors may be biased, incomplete, or inaccurate in their portrayal of the events, so either intentionally or unintentionally. So question 3. So the author of Pio Valenzuela controversial cry of Pugadlawin raises doubts about the accuracy and reliability of Valenzuela's accounts, pointing out the discrepancy between his early versions of his later May March. So it is not entirely clear from the experts whether the author is biased or objective in their analysis, as there is not enough information to determine their perspective or motives. So moving in. So next context. According to the documents, the cry of Pugadlawin was spontaneous and symbolic act that occurred on August 23, 1896 during the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule. And another version of the cry, which is named Cry of Bahay-Tora, also occurred on August 24, 1896. Gregoria de Jesus versions of the first cry and the where the civil report on the cry of Balintawak also transpired on August 25, 1896. In addition, the version of Guillermo Masangkay happened on August 26, 1896. So in the audience, the text intended to audience is likely those who intended in the Philippine history, in particularly the Philippine Revolution and the events surrounding it. So in motive, we have Peo Valenzuela, controversial, cry or Pugadlawin. It can be inferred that his intention was to document and provide his personal account of the events leading up to the Philippine Revolution. So we are here in the discourse analysis. So what is the subject matter of the text? The subject matter of the text is about the different versions of the cry of Pugadlawin in the Philippine history. So the text discusses the different versions of the cry of Pugadlawin in the Philippine history. It mentions various versions of the events and their sources, including the Peo controversial versions and the Gorogoria de Sus versions and the other versions and attributed to individuals such as Santiago Alvarez and Guillermo Masangkay. Support and premises. The text does not appear to have a clear thesis statement, but it provides information about the different versions of the cry of Pugadlawin and their sources. It does not necessarily offer any arguments or evidence to support a particular viewpoint or claim. In argument, we have three premises and one conclusion. So, there are premises 1, there are different versions and accounts of the sigaw ng Pugadlawin. Premises 2, the Peo controversial cry of Pugadlawin, Gregorio de Sus versions of the first cry, and the cry of Bahay Toro by Santiago Alvarez. The cry of Balintawak by Guillermo Masangkay, the 10 Guardian Civil report on the cry of the Balintawak, provide a different perspective and the details and the events surrounding the first cry. So, premises 3, the text credibility and accuracy should be evaluated based on their sources, reliability, and connections with their other historical narratives. So, conclusions, by critically analyzing and comparing the different versions and accounts of the first cry of the Philippines Revolution, we can arrive at a more accurate and comprehensive understanding of this significant historical event. In a counter-argument, no, there is nothing in the text contradicts the main thesis or the author expressed intention. Usefulness. In the what way in the text under consideration useful, the text is useful for getting a better understanding of the different accounts and perspective on the events surrounding the Philippine Revolution. Who are the people or person who can use or benefit from the text and its message? The text can benefit historians, scholars, students, and anyone interested in learning more about Philippine history and the revolution. So, who are the person who can benefit from the discourse given in the text? The discourse in the text can benefit those who seek to deepen their knowledge and understanding the Philippine history and the role of the different individuals group in the revolution. Counter usefulness. There is no indication in the text that any particular group or individual is disadvantaged by the perspective and principle given. Critical perspective. So the text provides different versions of the events surrounding the Philippine revolutions, which may have different interpretations and bias. These differing perspectives can impact how the history of the revolutions is understood and remembered. So, in the theory, the text demonstrates the importance of examining multiple perspectives and sources when trying to understand historical events. It is important to be aware and potential biases and examine sources critically to avoid any philosophical and ideological biases that may influence interpretation. In conclusion, so there are multiple versions of the cry and of Balintawak and the cry of Pugadlawin, and each version has its own biases and limitations. Therefore, it is important to critically analyze and evaluate each document to determine their credibility and usefulness in achieving historical accuracy. So, lastly, judgment. It's difficult to say that which record is more reliable or capable of presenting the truth, because each one offers different points of views on the events surrounding the cry of Balintawak and the Philippine Revolution. Each author's biases and goals and capabilities may impact the accuracy and completeness of their text. To obtain historical fact, numerous sources and perspective must be considered, as well as each source's defendability, importance, and coherence with other sources. So that's all. Thank you.